Am I the a-hole for banning my cousin's dog after it tried to bite my daughter? I 32F honestly don't know if I'm overreacting here, but I feel like I have to protect my kid. My cousin 34M is really mad at me now, and it's causing a huge issue in my family. So, my cousin has this dog, a medium-sized mixed breed that he's absolutely obsessed with. He treats it like his baby, and I get it, people love their pets. I don't have a problem with dogs in general, but this dog has always been kinda sketchy. It's super protective of him and doesn't seem to like anyone else, especially kids. The first time there was an issue was a few months ago. We had a family barbecue at my house, and my cousin brought his dog along. My daughter 5F was playing outside, just running around, when she got a little too close to the dog while it was eating. Out of nowhere, the dog lunged at her and tried to bite her face. I was right there and managed to grab her before anything happened, but it scared her so bad she was crying for the rest of the day. When I confronted my cousin about it, he just shrugged it off and said his dog was startled and that my daughter shouldn't have been so close while it was eating. I was pissed, but I let it go because I thought maybe it was just a one-time thing. Then last week, it happened again. My cousin came over, and of course, he brought the dog. I had told him beforehand to keep the dog on a leash or in the backyard, but he insisted it wasn't necessary because the dog is fine. Well, during the visit, my daughter was sitting on the couch coloring when the dog suddenly growled and lunged at her again. It snapped at her arm, and while it didn't break the skin, it scared her half to death. She was screaming and shaking, and I was furious. I told my cousin right then and there that his dog is not welcome in my house anymore. He got super defensive, saying the dog didn't mean anything by it and that my daughter must have done something to provoke it. But she was literally just sitting there, minding her own business. He kept arguing, saying I'm treating his dog like it's a monster and that banning the dog is unfair because it's part of his family. He even said I was being anti-dog, which is ridiculous because I love dogs. I just can't risk something happening to my child. Now he's saying he won't come over anymore unless I let him bring the dog, which feels like manipulation to me. Some family members are on my side, saying I did the right thing, but others are saying I'm overreacting and need to understand how much the dog means to him. I'm standing my ground, but now I'm wondering if I'm really being too harsh. So am I the a-hole here?
Here are the top comments.
I'ma be straight up, I would take him up on his offer to not come himself. This is blatantly disregarding your child's safety after 2 prior incidents. Protect your child, not the a-hole.
I'm a dog trainer that can safely say if the owner chooses to ignore those behaviors and is not actively working on them, then the worst case scenario will happen. If he wants to test that theory, fine, but not on your child's face. That's exactly why I'm very strict on what dogs come to my house or not.